Hi, doing everyone. It's Billy Kirkwood here for Iron Girders Pro Wrestling. We are so excited. We're on the run to make history and crown our first ever champion, and we want you to be a part of that. May 28th, live from Iron Girders Gym. You got to be there. Get your tickets. It's going to be the first round of matches from the group stages to crown our champion. Let me run you through some of the exciting competitors that have already signed up in the groups and those first round matches. First of all, Group A is headed up by Kez Evans, a man riding high over a big victory over Big Damo on our last show. The reigning and defending ICW World Heavyweight Champion is one of the most dangerous, brutal, smart competitors in pro wrestling today and does not like leaving empty-handed. By any means necessary is his mantra, but that is not going to intimidate the likes of Eddie Castle, who is also in his group, who brings sheer intensity, pure rage, one of the best all-rounders that has come up the ranks in the last few years, and Castle could be ready to rip through anyone on the way to winning his first ever singles championship. But you can't look by our final competitor in Group A. He is one of the most incredible high flyers, one of the best athletes, one of the most exciting young talents, a man with a big heart, a big talent, and is ready to make a big impact as Levi rounds up Group A. So our first match from Group A is going to be Eddie Castle taking on Kez Evans. You won't want to miss that one. Okay, let's have a look at Group B. This one's about to get interesting. First of all, it's headed up by none other than the mother of chaos, one half of the She-Wolves, Casey. Now, Casey has won championships all across the UK, all across Europe, takes carnage with her wherever she goes. She's been to the top of the mountain 3 times of asking here in Scotland as ICW Women's World Champion, and she is going to be ready to write another chapter in her legacy of pain. But also in this group, we have a man that has evolved, gone through a hell of a change in the last few years, has become a no-nonsense brawler, has an incredible ground grappling style, and also one of the most dangerous strikers going. It'll be the savior of Stranraer, Charles Weiss. And rounding off Group B, get this, the other half of the She-Wolves, along with Casey, none other than the beautiful bruiser, Molly Spartan, one of the most physically imposing athletes to come out of Scotland, the dangerous, beautiful bruiser, the current reigning ICW Women's World Champion, will be ready to go. But how's it going to work with Casey? I mean, these two as part of the She-Wolves, they've caused mayhem all across Europe, all across the UK. They know each other's dirty tricks, but do they know what each other is capable of in this group? Championship is on the line. Anything could happen, and Charles Weiss will be a part of the first match from that group when he takes on Casey. It's Casey versus Weiss. Now, let's go to Group C, shall we? And this one is an interesting one, so pay attention. That's going to be headed up by Thatcher Wright, a man that causes controversy wherever he goes. He's been campaigning for that championship since it was announced, and he knows all about campaigning, as well as parties and stuff like that. There's been a lot of fights. We're not meant to talk about it. But what he does have is the all-blue bruiser is smart, is calculating, and knows how to make an impact in that ring. He is going to be ready to go and talk about people that have made impact. You got to talk about Ellie Armstrong, the plant-based powerhouse. She's been turning a lot of heads in the last 2 years. She brings grace, she brings speed, she brings power, and she is ready to go. Make sure to check that out. But the final competitor in Group C, well, it hasn't been decided yet. We don't know who it's going to be, but we are going to find out on May 28th with the Girders Gauntlet. Now, it's all about promoting some of the new up-and-coming talents, some of the wonderful, amazing young athletes, giving them a showcase, giving them a platform to excel to that next level. And we've already heard some of the names that have been announced. Darrow, we have got Anastasia, we have got, the weapon of Sass Destruction. Shame on A has also been announced for the Girders Gauntlet. And the way this works is it's an over-the-top rope elimination. It's going to start off with 2 competitors. Every 90 seconds, someone will join until there's only 1 person left standing. But only 1 person can be the wild card. And the first match from Group C will, of course, be Thatcher Wright taking on Ellie Armstrong. All right, let's fire straight over to Group D, the final group. and that's headed up by a man who some have said is perhaps the most gifted natural wrestler of a generation, a pure athlete, an incredible showman. El Capitan knows how to get it done, and it will be Leighton Buzzard heading up Group D, but he'll be followed into that group by Moxie Malone. She brings a hell of a ground game, hell of a power game, and one hell of a bad attitude. You can't look past Moxie Malone, and she is going to get ready to be an equal opportunities face smasher on May 28th when she takes on Leighton Buzzard. And the final member of Group D will be a man that has already won championship gold under the roof of the Girders Gym. It'll be Grant McIver. Those are the groups. Those are the first round matches, but there is still so much to come and see May 28th. We've already had tag team action announced where it'll be the KOE taking on the models and so much more. Get your tickets right now. The front row seats are already sold out, but there are kids and family tickets still available. You can get them over at Eventbrite, and don't forget standing ringside seats. That's a misnomer. Standing ringside tickets are only £8. You can get them over at Eventbrite, but to make sure, be updated, head over to Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for everything that's going on at Iron Girders Gym, and of course, Iron Girders Pro Wrestling. Can't wait to get this cracked open. Who the next champion is going to be? Put it in the comments. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you May 28th.